welcome back to my channel, and I've got an update for you guys. I'm changing my name to Create with Courtney, and today we're going to be making a king's cake, so stay tuned. Here are the ingredients you're going to need. 3.5 cups gold medal all-purpose flour, 1 package and 2 1/4 teaspoon of rapid rise yeast, 1 cup of milk, 1/4 cup sugar, 1 teaspoon of salt, 2 eggs, and 6 tablespoons of unsalted butter softened, cut into 12 pieces. To start, you're going to mix 2.5 cups of flour and yeast in the mixing bowl of your stand mixer using the paddle attachment on low for about 30 seconds. Next, you're going to heat your milk, sugar, and salt in a small saucepan over medium heat until your sugar is dissolved and your milk is between 120 to 130 degrees Fahrenheit. If you don't have a thermometer, you can do the finger test, which is where you stick a clean finger in your milk, and if it's comfortable, it's the right temperature. With your mixer on low, pour in your liquids and mix until incorporated. Now, you'll add your 2 eggs, one at a time. Continue mixing until a shaggy dough forms. Your dough should begin to look like this. Next, clean off your paddle and switch to a dough hook. Mix in the remaining 1 cup of flour a little at a time, adding more or less as needed to make a soft dough. Now you can add in your softened butter a piece at a time, kneading until each piece of butter is absorbed. With your mixer on low, knead the dough for 8 minutes. The dough should be completely clear of the sides of the bowl. If it's too sticky, add additional flour 1 tablespoon at a time, mixing thoroughly. If it's too dry, spritz with water from a spray bottle. Every 2 minutes, stop the machine to scrape the dough off the hook and then continue kneading. Turn the dough out onto a lightly floured surface and knead a few times by hand to make sure it's smooth and elastic. Form your dough into a ball and then place it into a greased bowl. You will need to turn the dough once so that the greased surface is facing the top. Next, cover your bowl with plastic wrap and refrigerate for 1 hour. While the dough is chilling, we can get started making our cinnamon filling. You will need 2/3 cup light brown sugar, 1.5 teaspoons of ground cinnamon, and 4 tablespoons of unsalted butter softened. In a small bowl, combine the brown sugar and ground cinnamon and mix well. Then, combine the butter with the cinnamon mixture. Now, going back to our chilled dough, we're going to roll it into a 10 by 20 inch rectangle. Now we're going to spread our cinnamon filling on half of the long side of the dough. Now fold the dough in half, covering the filling, and make sure to pat down firmly so the dough will stick together. Cut your dough into 3 long strips and press the tops of the strips together. Now you can begin to braid your strips, pressing the ends of the strips together at the bottom. Gently stretch your braid so that it measures 20 inches again and shape it into a circle/oval, pressing the edges together. Transfer the ring to a parchment-lined or greased baking sheet and cover the dough with plastic wrap to let it rise until doubled or about an hour. While our dough is rising, we'll create our cream cheese icing using 1 package of cream cheese, 1 tablespoon of milk, a half teaspoon of vanilla, and 1 cup of powdered sugar. Mix together until smooth. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees, and once your cake has risen, bake until golden brown for about 20 to 35 minutes. Okay, so I left my cake in slightly longer than I should have, but it's fine. You're going to remove your cake from the oven and let it cool for about 10 minutes on the baking sheet before placing it on a cooling rack to cool completely. Here's the fun part. To hide the baby, you're going to cut a small slit in the bottom of your cake and then put your miniature plastic baby once the cake has cooled. Now you can spoon your icing over the top of the cake. Immediately decorate with sprinkles alternating between your Mardi Gras colors, which are purple, green, and yellow. And there you have it, an easy king cake recipe.